Before we start this video, I just wanted to mention that 89% of you who watch this channel haven't yet subscribed. So if you enjoy the content, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. With that being said, please enjoy the video.
Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we'll be discussing all 10 of the different types of dragons that were either shown, discussed, or mentioned in any of the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films and books. As we know, dragons are giant, winged, fire-breathing beasts that incite fear in the hearts of even the bravest witches and wizards. They bear the potential to be extremely destructive, and they are even classified as category XXXXX by the Ministry of Magic. This classification means that they are known to kill witches and wizards, and are either extremely difficult to or impossible to domesticate. We see or hear mentions of dragons pop up constantly throughout the books and films, and they are an integral part of the series. The motto of Hogwarts is even based around dragons, as Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titillandus literally translates to never tickle a sleeping dragon. Draco Malfoy's first name even translates to dragon in Latin. Dragons are everywhere. So, with dragons being so prevalent in the series, if you are anything like me, you've probably asked yourself, how many types of dragons are there? Well, you've come to the right video. Let's dive into it. Antipodean Opaleye. The Antipodean Opaleye is a medium-sized dragon between 2 and 3 tons that dwells in valleys. The dragon is native to New Zealand, but is known to migrate towards Australia if and when territory becomes scarce. The Opaleye dragon is considered by many to be the most beautiful dragon, and has iridescent pearly scales and multicolored pupilless eyes. The Opaleye is not particularly aggressive, and is generally known to have a calm demeanor. However, when the Opaleye gets hungry, it can be bad news if you're close by. Like most dragons, the Opaleye breathes fire, and uniquely produces a vivid scarlet flame. The Opaleye's favorite food is sheep. The Chinese Fireball. The Chinese Fireball, aka the Lion Dragon, is a medium-large-sized dragon between 2 and 4 tons that dwells in all sorts of landscapes. The dragon is native to China and primarily resides there. The Chinese Fireball is known to be more accommodating about sharing its territory than some other dragons. The Chinese Fireball is scarlet-colored with smooth scales and golden spikes. It also has particularly piercing eyes. The fireball part of its name comes from the balls of flame that it shoots out of its nostrils. Victor Crumb notably faces a Chinese fireball in the Triwizard Tournament, attempting to retrieve a golden egg that it was protecting. The Chinese fireball keeps trim with a relatively modest diet of pigs and humans. The common Welsh green dragon is a native dragon to Wales. It is relatively subdued as a breed and preys mainly on sheep and small mammals, as it prefers not to interact with humans. The Welsh green's distinct color allows it to blend in well with the grass of its homeland. It has an easily recognizable and melodious roar, and jets out fire in thin streams. Fleur Delacour faced this breed of dragon for the first task of the Triwizard Tournament in 1994. She enchanted the creature into a magical slumber to retrieve her golden egg. Hebridean Black. The Hebridean Black is the other native dragon to Britain, and is more aggressive than the common Welsh green. The black is large, rough-scaled, and with razor-sharp ridges along its back. It can grow up to 30 feet long and has glaring purple eyes. The Hebridean Black resides in the Hebrides Islands in Scotland, and can usually be found there feasting on deer and cows. Hungarian Horntail. I'm sure you guys know this one already. The Hungarian Horntail is widely considered to be the most dangerous of all dragon breeds, and Harry famously faces one in the Triwizard Tournament. The Horntail is enormous, and has a lizard-like appearance, along with bronze horns, spikes that protrude from its long tail, and yellow eyes with vertical pupils. It is known to have one of the longest fire-breathing ranges, and can scorch you from 50 feet away. The Hungarian Horntail was also used in Hogwarts as one of the guardians of the cursed vaults. Hagrid had this to say about dragons in general. "Oh, don't worry about them, Harry. They're seriously misunderstood creatures, although I have to admit that Horntail is a right nasty piece of work."
The Norwegian Ridgeback goes by another name, Norbert. The Norwegian Ridgeback is a rare breed of dragon, and resembles the Horntail in a lot of ways. The main exception is that the Ridgeback has black ridges on its back, and a browner quality to its scales. The Ridgeback is known to prey on large mammals, and even water mammals, and it was reported in 1802 that a Norwegian Ridgeback was seen carrying a whale calf in its mouth off the coast of Norway. In the series, Hagrid receives a Ridgeback egg from a stranger in a pub. After the egg hatches, Hagrid names him Norbert. Hagrid eventually has to give up Norbert and gives him to Charlie Weasley, who takes him to the Romanian dragon sanctuary. Peruvian Vipertooth. The Peruvian Vipertooth is the smallest of the dragons, but is extremely dangerous and highly venomous. The average adult is approximately 15 feet in length, which, compared to the 50-foot Horntail, is not particularly large. However, the Vipertooth was once a substantial threat to wizard kind, as they were reproducing at an alarming rate. They are smooth-scaled, with copper-coloured black ridge markings, short horns, and long fangs. The Vipertooth usually eats goats and cows, but it has been expressed that they have a particular craving for humans. Romanian Longhorn. The Romanian Longhorn is a medium to large-sized dragon with dark green skin and 2 golden horns. It is a native dragon to Romania, where Charlie Weasley works for the Romanian Dragon Sanctuary. The Romanian Longhorn is particularly muscular, and its horns jet straight out of its head like a bull. It's a particularly intimidating looking dragon, but it isn't overly aggressive. The Romanian Longhorn population is relatively low, because their horns have such a high value. This is supported by the Chocolate Frog card, which states the following. The horns of this dragon are highly valued as potion ingredients, and as a result, its numbers have fallen in recent years. Swedish Shortsnout. The Swedish Shortsnout is a small to mid-sized dragon with silvery blue skin and scales. The Shortsnout primarily resides in uninhabited mountain ranges and rarely comes into contact with humans. Cedric Diggory notably faces the Shortsnout in the Triwizard Tournament, where he transfigures a rock into a dog, distracting the dragon. This allows him to successfully retrieve the golden egg that the dragon was guarding. The Shortsnout is a particularly dangerous dragon, as it is agile, fast, and able to produce a flame that is said to reduce timber and bone to ashes in mere seconds. In the Goblet of Fire, the Shortsnout is shown as yellow, which contradicts the novel which depicts it as silvery blue. Ukrainian Ironbelly. The Ukrainian Ironbelly is a monster of a dragon, and the largest breed. It is stated that the Ukrainian Ironbelly can reach a weight of up to 6 tons, which is at least 2 to 3 times the weight of most of the dragons in this list. It has metallic grey scales, deep red eyes, and long vicious talons. The Ironbelly is slow but dangerous nonetheless, as its sheer mass causes it to crush anyone and everything that it lands near. The Lestrange Vault inside of Gringotts was guarded by a Ukrainian Ironbelly, and was subsequently set free by Harry Potter in 1998 during their escape from Gringotts. The Ironbelly is mentioned in the Fantastic Beasts films as well, when Newt mentions to Jacob that he worked with Ironbellies during the First World War. With the 10 primary purebred dragons out of the way, it's also worth mentioning that there are 2 other unconfirmed dragon breeds. I haven't included them in this list because there is not enough evidence to support their existence, and they are not mentioned in the Fantastic Beasts list of creatures. These dragons are the Catalonian Fireball and the Portuguese Longsnout, which appear in the book Dragon Breeding for Pleasure and Profit, a book which Hagrid is shown to have borrowed from the Hogwarts library.
The book's description reads as follows. Tried and tested tips to help you breed dragons, including the old-time favourite of brandy and chicken blood every half hour for newly hatched chicks. One thing that can be said about this book, however, is that it is very out of date. This is expressed by Hagrid when he says the following. Well, I've been doing some reading. Got this out of the library. Dragon breeding for pleasure and profit. It's a bit out of date, of course, but it's all in here. Perhaps the book is so old that the dragons mentioned above are extinct. Either way, as far as I know, these dragons are not accounted for anywhere else.
It's also worth mentioning that, on occasion, dragons have been known to interbreed. This results in rare hybrid dragons. Any hybrid dragons would also not be included on this list. And that's it for this video. Which dragon is your favourite? Let me know down in the comments section below. Until next time,
You're Wizard Harry.